3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, LaSalle. I'd like to call our meeting to order, and the first thing we do is our roll call. Ms. D'Angelo.
Mr. Fayette.
Happy and here.
Mrs. Davidson.
Here.
Ms. Cattouli.
Here.
Mr. Forehand. Here. And Mrs. Hill. Present.
Okay, we're all here and present. Right now, we also need to adopt our agenda. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
So moved. I'll second.
Okay, is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Well, now we're on to the good stuff. I would like to have Dr. Pulver make the introductions.
Thank you, Madam President, esteemed members of the board. We are thrilled to be able to welcome and really make tonight about McAuliffe Middle School and a couple of our employees of the year as well. And without further ado, I want to introduce Mr. Eddie Quartermarsh. This will be his first board report as a principal. And we are so thrilled to have Eddie as the principal at McAuliffe. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Mr. Quartermarsh.
Excellent, thank you. Good evening, President Cattouli, esteemed school board members, Superintendent Dr. Pulver, Executive Cabinet, McAuliffe students, staff, and community. Thank you for the opportunity to present here this evening. At this time, I'd like to welcome our ASB co-presidents, Jillian Willis and Alexa Kazukis, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. After that, we are going to have members of our show choir sing the national anthem, so if you wouldn't mind staying standing. Thank you.
Please stand.
Place your right hand over your heart.
Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah. At this point, I'm privileged to introduce McAuliffe's orchestra to entertain us with their performance of Electric Sinfonia. They had to take off.
Oh, wait, Mr. Fontaine.
You got your thing.
Mr. Fontaine, we know as a Board of Education this would not happen without people like you. So our highest award is the medal, and on yours it says amazing. Now, no, you haven't been knighted, but can I trust you to take Mrs. Wallace's to her? Okay, it says, hers says wow. Now you can choose because you're still here. Now wait, I have to put it on.
All right. So at this point, it's my honor to reintroduce our ASB co-presidents, Jillian Willis and Alexa Kazukis, for our student report. Just also want to let you know that there is a Birdwatch produced video that will be playing while they speak. Come on up.
Good evening, President Catuli, esteemed board, Superintendent Dr. Pulver, and Executive Cabinet. My name is Jillian Willis.
And I'm Lex Kazukis. We are this year's McAuliffe Leadership Co-Presidents. Our job as co-presidents is to guide and advise our ASB committees. We would like to tell you a little bit about them and what they do every day to make school more fun and engaging.
Let's start with multimedia. A multimedia team run by Caitlin Tang and covers our news events and stories on the Birdwatch. They also produce our morning announcement videos, which help students feel connected and aware of the many social opportunities at McAuliffe.
The Spirit Committee, run by Ava Boussard, is one of McAuliffe's most enthusiastic and energetic committees. Spirit is devoted to highlighting major holidays and campus events with fun lunchtime activities. A recent example includes our Valentine's Day ring toss. This committee has also implemented many staff versus students friendly sports competitions, which have helped create a connected environment at McAuliffe.
The Culture, Inclusion, and Awareness Committee, run by Claire Laskin, works extremely hard to recognize and promote various committees or various cultures on campus. Our CIA team does extensive research to make our Heritage Month both educational and interesting. For example, for Hispanic Heritage Month, they hosted a workshop where students got to learn how to make his Guatemalan worry dolls. Each month, they create digital posters that recognize leaders, foods, celebrations, and practices of many cultures.
Now, I'd like to tell you about our Recognition Committee, run by Megan Farmer, which highlights and celebrates teachers, staff, and students weekly. This committee uses special announcements, surprise visits, and unique posters to express ASB's appreciation for these hardworking and deserving individuals who make McAuliffe a wonderful place.
Last but not least is our Community Service Committee. Community service run by Chloe Hawkins helps promote community on our McAuliffe campus. For example, they recently hosted a fundraiser collecting bottle tabs for the Ronald McDonald House charities. Community service also works with the Wellness Center to coordinate student activities for district-wide initiatives centered on building connections, anti-bullying, and gratitude.
We would love to thank the district for all they do to provide these opportunities for us through our leadership class. We really appreciate your support in helping us positively impact McAuliffe students.
Thank you so much for listening to our presentation about McAuliffe ASB. Now I will turn it back over to Mr. Quartermarsh.
That was great. Gotta follow that. All right. First, I would like to thank the school board and Superintendent Dr. Pulver for the opportunity to lead McAuliffe. When I accepted this position, I described it as a dream job, and I feel even more so about that today. The support that I've received personally and professionally is what separates LaSalle from other places and makes this a very special place to learn and to work. And that couldn't be more or better exemplified than by my interactions with our executive cabinet, Mrs. Reed, Mrs. Galicia, and Dr. Wieswright, thank you for your continued guidance and your mentorship. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize my amazing admin team who I love working with on a daily basis. We have Ms. Morgan Martin, our assistant principal. Mrs. Shelby Olmstead, our counselor. And always the fan favorite, our psychologist, Mrs. Anne-Marie Bergeron. I really do love working with all of you. You are tremendous professionals and even better people, and I lean on you so much, and thank you for not falling down. I appreciate that. Yeah, one of the two. I'd also want to thank all the students and staff who are here today. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. It's great seeing all the smiling faces. And as much as I am up here talking, this really is about the love and the dedication that you all bring to the classroom on a daily basis. Last but not least, I would want to thank Principal Garcia. I couldn't ask for a better principal partner to do this work, so thank you for your support. Our staff theme this year is the McAuliffe Olympic Team, and at the Welcome Back staff meeting, we challenged ourselves to ensure that our students achieved that Olympic moment. And really what that means is to experience something that they didn't think possible, and tonight I'm really excited to share some of those moments with you. So these moments wouldn't be possible without our remarkable staff. McAuliffe teachers really are a family, and they view students as their own, oftentimes greeting them at the door with a friendly hello. Creating a learning environment that supports all students academically, socially, and emotionally is at the forefront of our classroom experiences. Our teachers are committed to implementing innovative best practices that are on display daily. We've integrated instructional networking and teacher-led professional development in which our teachers share innovative learning strategies to help develop master learners. In the classroom, our Eagles are continuously challenged to think critically and creatively, collaborate with one another, and of course, reflect on that learning. I love visiting classrooms and seeing students engaged in inquiry-based lessons about kinetic and potential energy, or walking into a completely silent classroom where a silent conversation is taking place, where students are collectively communicating through whiteboards. I'm continually impressed, but never surprised by our students' desire to acquire knowledge and, of course, be the best versions of themselves. I recognize that excellence is an ongoing collection of multiple data points and experiences, and one of those evaluative measures is standardized testing. I'm proud to share that McAuliffe students demonstrated growth in both math and ELA in 2023. While this is just one data point, it's important because it guides larger conversations about student achievement and student learning. Comparatively, Eagles outperformed their counterparts at the county and the state levels, but I can assure you that we will remain intrinsically motivated until 100% of our students meet or exceed those standards. As an always evolving institution, we are thankful for the support we've received to improve our campus and our classrooms. We have installed 3 additional security cameras, added new performance lighting to our NPR, and we are in the process of replacing the screens on our marquee. None of this would be possible without the intensive work with Dr. Friedman, Mr. Speratos, and Mr. Nolan, and of course their respective teams, so thank you very much. Additionally, I owe a huge shout out to LAIF for continually funding so many of our endeavors. Recently, they donated funds that helped us pay for 27 Sphero robots for our STEM pathway. I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not really sure what a Sphero robot is. There's examples up there. Maybe some STEM students could enlighten me afterwards, but nonetheless, we're completely appreciative. In addition to our academics, campus life is thriving. Of the 130 days that students have been on campus, we've hosted 58 student-centered school-wide activities. What that means is 45% of school days feature experience such as themed dress-up days, dances, staff versus student competitions, Heritage Month activities, wellness initiatives, field days, and yes, even kissing a goat. That doesn't include our upcoming Abilities Awareness Week, which focuses on raising awareness and strengthening our ability to include all learners at McAuliffe. Many of these amazing student opportunities are the direct result of the people you see standing here. So to ASB and Ms. Bellender, thank you. You are creating so many amazing memories for our students. Appreciate you. McAuliffe is committed to creating a comprehensive school experience that prioritizes student well-being. Dr. Jensen and Mrs. Collins, our military counselor, continue to serve students through our well space, known as the Corner. Along with Mrs. Olmsted and Mrs. Bergeron, they've created unique opportunities that support our students' emotional needs through individualized guidance to targeted group counseling. We host monthly Start With Hello mornings that rally students and staff to bring positivity throughout the day. We continue our partnership with Challenge Success to explore ways to philosophically and structurally support student well-being. We've also partnered with No Place for Hate, a well-respected organization that works with over 1,800 students across the country to promote equity, respect, and inclusivity through student-led action and learning. I'm proud of our consistent efforts to build compassion and understanding within our student body. I'm also aware that leading a No Place for Hate school is a never-ending effort to meet students where they are. A hallmark of our district is our commitment to connecting students to their passions. At McAuliffe, we boast over 20 student-focused clubs that foster unique social experiences. Our intramural programs are literally busting at the seams, offering athletic opportunities for hundreds of students during lunch. In fact, our flag football intramural season reached record numbers this year, and I'm proud to say that we had the most female student athletes participate than we ever had. Our visual and performing arts balance top-notch instruction with unparalleled creativity and talent, as you saw today. Our goal is to prepare our Eagles to be Griffins, to take advantage of every pathway and every passion. And just a shameless plug here, if nobody has anything going on Thursday evening, we're having our skate night fundraiser at the Fountain Valley Skate Center. Mrs. Letourneau, this has got to help the cause, right? Awesome. Now, these connections reach beyond the school campus and into our community through our amazing PTA. I'm so thankful for their partnership and the opportunity to present and meet with them on a monthly basis. From staff appreciation weeks to end-of-the-year student celebrations, our PTA is with us every step of the way. And one way that we communicate our appreciation as Eagles is through handwritten notes we call feathers. We call them feathers because we hope they lift people up and help them soar. We want to build a culture of love and appreciation, and I've encouraged our staff to write at least one feather to a deserving student or staff member every week. This brings me to our district core values: care, responsibility, equity, and honor. These values are embedded into everything we do as a district and a site. And I can honestly say that I'm proud to work in a district that doesn't just say we ignite unlimited possibilities, we do the hard work to make sure that those possibilities become realities. Whether it's No Place for Hate, Challenge Success, ASB, or instructional networking, McAuliffe is committed to empowering students to create their own Olympic moment. Now, in closing, I'm thrilled that I get to recognize that McAuliffe and Oak Middle Schools were recognized as California Distinguished Schools. And while I recognize the honor factors in various metrics that demonstrate growth and progress, when I think of McAuliffe as a California Distinguished School, I think of the people in the audience, I think of the staff, I think of the students, and I think of the relationships that you guys make with one another to drive that success. I'm honored to be McAuliffe's principal this evening. Thank you for the opportunity to present and, of course, your time and attention. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Quartermarsh. Does the board have any questions or comments? Yeah. Mrs. Davidson?
So, Mr. Quartermarsh, excellent. And Jillian and Alexa, you were outstanding. The music presentation, the orchestra, and the choir, they were so beautiful, but I was talking with Mr. Fontaine before. At the last two performances, I saw so much growth from when you first came. You've just brought this program along so far to just excellent music, Mrs. Wallace has done an outstanding job and continues to do that with the choir. There's something very special about McAuliffe, and obviously I'm seriously prejudiced. Spent 25 years of my life teaching there, and this is my family. And I just have to say, what I like is for every faculty member or staff member that has a child or has attended our schools to stand up. Stand up if you've either gone to our schools or your children have gone to our schools. Yeah, Heidi, come on. Yeah. And this, like all of our schools, our faculty are deeply invested in the sense of family and care and compassion that addresses the whole child. And I can tell you, having had both my children go through McAuliffe and having taught there for 25 years, it's just the most wonderful place to me. And I truly believe that every person there is looking for the best way to lead your child to excellence and compassion and an ability to address the world in a very special way. So it's a great honor. I'm so excited every time you come, and I thank you with all my heart for the way that you take care of our kids. Thank you.
And that was Mrs. Davidson's totally unbiased comment. Mrs. Hill.
Thank you very much. Mr. Quartermarsh, you can just see that you are a team guy. You started with your team. You started by appreciating them. And to me, that really sets an amazing foundation, and I really appreciate that. I love your goals of always getting better, of recognizing where you are, but always knowing that we can improve and that we can take it up a notch. And handwritten notes have a very special place in my heart. I honestly believe I'm sitting in this seat because of one handwritten note I wrote to a superintendent a very long time ago. So they make a huge impact, and thank you for supporting that. And thank you, staff, for all the work that you do and how you take this leadership and really distribute it throughout your students, your classroom, your campus. It is a beautiful place to go to McAuliffe, and I give you all the credit in the world. We're working with middle schoolers. We need them, but it can be challenging and very joyful, I know, at the same time. So thank you, and thank you for an excellent presentation.
Mr. Fayette?
Yes, I just want to say fantastic job on your presentation. What a wonderful staff you have. I'm a little biased. I only spent 6 years there. But it's in great hands. It's such a wonderful staff, and it's great to see that the fantastic tradition that McAuliffe established when my kids were there continues. So thank you for all you do. Thank you, the staff, that all you do. And thank you for the students for being the ray of sunshine that makes these board meetings enjoyable to come to.
Mr. Quartermarsh, I think our board's a little heavily weighted in past experiences with McAuliffe. 2 out of my 3 kids went to McAuliffe. 1 did go to Oak with somebody else I know who's standing at the podium. So both our schools are fabulous, and I always tell parents, you do not make a bad decision. You've got 2 excellent choices. I want to thank you very much for centering on the whole child. I have always felt a kinship to middle school kids, which probably doesn't reflect really well on me as an adult, but I always have. And I think it is such a time in the student's life to explore and to try things. So I love the fact that you have so many days with different things happening, so many opportunities. You have clubs, you have experiences, you have stuff you're doing during the lunch. The kids get to experience different things, and that is really going to be their Olympic moment. That is when you're going to ignite something in the child. And I just really appreciate that you and your entire staff does that. Academics are important. Of course they are. We're LaSalle. We think everything is important. But so you do have to really concentrate on making sure it's the whole child. So I really appreciate that. And now I think Mr. Forehand has something.
Agree. And I want Jillian and Alexis to know that you did a wonderful job. And the highest honor the education gives, of course, is you're dying to know what your sticker says on the back. Okay, I have to use the mic. So come on up, girls. You made the whole presentation wonderful. He did okay in following you, but it was good. That's right. So enjoy these, and you earned them very well.
Thank you so much, and I believe now you're going to, you want,
Of
the
course. How
superintendent
could I
wants
not
to say
talk about
something?
McAuliffe? I mean, I don't claim any
Is there
bias,
anything
but
else to say? Okay. Dr. Pulver, would you like to chime in?
I would, even if you don't allow me to. You know, Eddie, I think you did more than okay. I think you were flawless. McAuliffe is such an amazing place for our students to learn, grow, thrive. I think those were some of the words you had, and really connected. I love the spirit of what you're talking about, the hallmark of the district. And we say we have a lot of hallmarks, but one of them really is those connections with kids. And that would not be possible without exceptional staff, without exceptional adults who, as a former McAuliffe principal used to say, that they really run to students who need us the most. And I know that that is the spirit that is deep within the soul of every McAuliffe staff member, not just the students who need them the most, but I think all kids. And I think that's what really just makes it such a special place, focusing not only on the academics, but the making sure that every student is seen and feels safe and included, and having the student connections as well, and the mental health. And really, we couldn't do it as well without amazing partners like our parents. And so we're so grateful to have the support. And I'm just thrilled to be able to, once again, I think this is like their fourth or fifth, or maybe it's their third, but I'm going to say it's their fifth time being Distinguished School, and then we'll really get the number at another time when we're off camera. So congratulations, McAuliffe. You are exceptional. We can't wait to continue to celebrate all of your love and achievements for kids.
Mr. Kurtermarsh, would you like to proceed with the Hero of the Heart for McAuliffe?
I would love to. Thank you. So at this time, if I could call up Mrs. Carla Lemus to the podium here. So I'm honored and privileged to recognize Carla Lemus as McAuliffe's 2024 Hero of the Heart. We were fortunate to surprise Carla last week with the distinction. Of course, she was on campus facilitating Student of the Month recognitions with her lovely mother when we broke the news to her. And we couldn't be prouder to recognize Carla for her unwavering dedication and unyielding support of McAuliffe Middle School. Carla, my first impression of you was actually of your son, Edson. Naturally, we hit it off as Eds do. He's been a fan favorite of mine whenever I see him. Edson, where you at? There you are, buddy. We have that connection. Edson is intelligent, hardworking, respectful, mature, and kind. It's no surprise Edson embodies these qualities because his mother, Carla, models these qualities daily. Carla currently serves as our PTA vice president and is a constant presence in our school community. No matter the school event, Carla is often there, tirelessly working behind the scenes to support our students. She chairs multiple committees and events at McAuliffe, including Copy Angels, Teacher Appreciation Week, Student Field Days, school dances, Student of the Month celebrations, and PTA Spirit Wear. In fact, the other day I was joking with her that we should just give her a security badge and master key because she's there more than I am. We have not been the only school in the district to benefit from Carla's kindness, as she was the PTA vice president at McGaw and chaired many of the previously mentioned events for the Sea Lions. Despite these remarkable commitments to our schools, what I admire most about Carla is her profound love that she displays as a mother and a daughter. Her connection with her son Edson is genuine, wholesome, and heartwarming. I hope when my girls grow up that I'm able to have the same sort of relationship with them that you have with Edson. Additionally, Carla serves as a primary caregiver for her mother and often brings her to McAuliffe events, and she's here this evening along with other members of Carla's family. It's been a delight getting to know you. And Carla, when you're involved, things are just better. We cannot thank you enough, and we love you for all that you do and continue to do to support McAuliffe. Congratulations on being our Hero of the Heart.
and my family come up, please? Veronica, Enrique. Thank you, Mr. Quartermarch. Dear Dr. Pulver, school board, friends, family, and fellow Eagles, I have no words to express how honored and humbled I feel to receive this recognition. I cannot, however, accept this recognition without acknowledging the many people that have helped and enabled for this to happen. People like Mr. Quartermarch, Ms. Martin, Ms. Olmsted, Ms. McCulloch, Ms. Wood, and my PTA family for providing me with the opportunity to volunteer, for placing their trust in me, and for providing me support all along the way. The staff and administration of McAuliffe, you've created an environment in which parents are not only encouraged and invited to volunteer, but also feel welcome and supported to do so. I want to share this honor and recognition with my husband and my mother. There is absolutely no way I would have been able to trace and cut over 500 flowers, nor cover in chocolate over 600 pretzels without the unwavering and enthusiastic help. Many times we've been up to 1, 2 in the morning, tracing and cutting and everything, so. And lastly, but no less important, I'd like to thank my son, Edson, for being the reason for doing all of this, even though he didn't contribute much in the tracing of those 500 flowers or the covering of 600 pretzels with chocolate, but yet he ate many of them. He did, however, inspire me to do this and more with his enthusiasm, his creativity, and his passion for learning. Edson, you are the sole reason for me being here today. Once again, I want to thank everyone who participated in this great adventure. This recognition is not just bestowed upon me, but upon us. I will miss you guys a lot.
Hold on there. Now, can you guess what you're going to get?
Yeah.
Okay, but this one is bigger. It says number 1, and it says, you make a difference. Obviously, from listening, you make a difference. Even dipping pretzels and all that stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you so
On
much.
behalf
Okay, the next thing in our agenda, this is embarrassing. I can't read. Oh, it's Ryan? Okay, good. I'm glad someone knows, but believe me, I couldn't decipher it. Anyway, this is for our classified employee of the year. And so Dr. Wieswright and Mrs. Galicia will, no, just, okay. And I know that Mr. Quartermarsh is going to be there. Sorry.
Good evening. Oh, whoa.
Let me help you with that.
Thank you. Making everything better, Eddie. Good evening, McAuliffe Eagles. We are super excited tonight to recognize our Classified Employee of the Year. So let's bring her up right away, Miss Mary McAuliffe. We were very, very, very privileged to announce Mary right before the winter break as our Classified Employee of the Year for her work and dedication to McAuliffe Middle School. Mary began her work with LoSal in 2017 and then became the school office coordinator at McAuliffe in 2018. And during her time at McAuliffe, she has just approached the role with excellence in everything that she's done. What really stands out about Mary, for me, is her authenticity and her ability to navigate incredibly complex and difficult situations with humor, being true to herself, being true to the values that we hold dear as a school, as well as a district. She's everything that that school needs at any given time. She's everything to everyone at that school. She was an incredible partner to me as a school office coordinator during my time at McAuliffe. But I didn't realize until I moved to the district office how highly regarded she is by all of our school sites and by our entire district office team. And so, Mary, your reputation is outstanding for the work that you do and what you've given to all of us to let us do our jobs and to make our school an amazing place for kids. So congratulations. Mr. Quartermarsh.
I joke with Mary all the time that she runs the school because she does. And so she told me that I had to prepare something very formal. And so I have something here today. So as Ryan said, it's with great pride and admiration that I re-acknowledge Mary McCulloch as a Los Alamitos Unified Employee of the Year. It was fitting that we surprised her at the staff holiday breakfast, which the night before she stayed late to help with custodian setup, and then she arrived like an hour early before everybody else at 5 o'clock and set up last-minute decorations and things like that. Mary began her journey in Los Al 6 years ago as McCullough's ASB clerk and rapidly ascended to our school office coordinator. Before Los Al, Mary served various roles in Newport Mesa and Huntington Beach school districts, all while raising her 2 children, Dylan and Caitlin, with her husband, Duncan. As our school office coordinator, Mary consistently prioritizes students and staff needs over her own, responding to endless "just ask Mary" requests. I cannot count how often I've come to her with the problem, and she's already handled it. She's beloved by everyone at McAuliffe, and I know how fortunate I am to work so closely with you, Mary. What spoke to me the most is when we acknowledged you as our classified employee of the year. You had no idea you were in the back. You were kind of upset that you had to be there in the first place. And as you walked forward, every member of our staff stood up and applauded you for a standing ovation. I couldn't be happier for your success, Mary. Whether you refer to Mary as a backbone or a rock star or a lifesaver or a go-to, she's one thing to all of us. And Mary, you're simply the best. We love you.
I'm not as tall as everybody else here. So I'm going to do the official part on behalf of the Board of Education and the entire school district. So I would like to congratulate you on your acknowledgement, and I hope you realize how important you truly are to the entire workings of the school. People walk into the office, talk to some person, if they're not a staff member, but if they're a parent or a community member or just have a question, they'll just talk to someone and they'll get their answer taken. They'll get an answer. It's a correct answer. They'll know what to do. They'll know where to go. And they'll walk out thinking, this is kind of a nice place. What you guys do, what you specifically do at the front desk is incomparable to anything else on campus. You are truly the diplomat representing the entire school district. And you can't get irritated at people, and you have 15 people in line, and they're all impatient, and you take care of them all with grace and knowledge and a smile on your face. So this is a very well-deserved honor. So on behalf of the Board of Education and the entire school district, thank you so much, and you are our Employee of the Year.
Mary, guess what? It's not my honor on behalf of the board to get that. This is nice. I mean, it's beautiful. And they go on a counter somewhere. But we decided that you just plain rock. So thank you very much.
The opportunity to say a few things, yes. Okay. And to invite your husband up.
I'm going to go old school and go big font, short speech. Because I can't. I'd like to thank Dr. Pulver, the board members, and the executive cabinet for this evening's recognition and a moment to say thank you. There's a saying I've learned here in Los Al, better together. And I would not be standing here before you this evening without the support and trust of the McAuliffe team family that who allow me to assist them in guiding them through each day. No 2 days are the same, and I take it with great pride that you guys allow me to do that. Further, I couldn't accomplish my daily tasks without the countless classified employees who work behind the scenes with me, always available to help me in any given moment. IT, payroll, fiscal, purchasing, nutrition services, transportation, HR. I wish I could name you all individually, but please know I am grateful that you're always there at a moment's notice for me, and I am better because of you all. I'd like to acknowledge my parents who are watching from home, Joe and Jerry, who taught me the importance of having a strong work ethic and are unwavering role models in my life each and every day. Thank you to my husband, Duncan, who made countless sacrifices so I could stay home and do what I always believed to be my most important job of a mom to our children, Dylan and Caitlin, who are hopefully watching from college right now. You both make us very proud. The three of you encourage my returning to work and have continuously supported me being a part of my new family here at Los Al Unified. Finally, I'd just like to say it's a privilege to be recognized as Classified Employee of the Year, and I will be forever grateful to you all for coming together tonight, sharing your kind words and this award. Thank you.
We're going to take a short break so we can take pictures. So we're going to a recess, and you guys for sure, Gillian, Alexa, you guys stay here. And then we're going to need the staff, Mary and your husband, and Nicole will direct everyone. So we're going to go into a short recess.
Okay, so part of that's true and part of it's not. But we do need to be in a recess for YouTube. Is the YouTube off? I'll wait for confirmation.
Okay, thank you. We're all back now into our regular meeting, and now Dr. Weiss-Wright will take it over.
All right, thanks everybody. So we are very fortunate to be recognizing another one of our employees of the year tonight. And so will Mr. Ramon Zavala please join me up here? Ramon is an outstanding member of our IT department. Started his career with us in 2013 as an information specialist, was promoted to information specialist 2 in 2018, and then in 2022, Ramon became our network security analyst. Throughout his time supporting our district, he has really shown incredible integrity, ingenuity, and creativity in the work that he does to keep us all safe and supporting all students, staff, and the district office. His passion for advancing educational technology is evident not only in the robust network infrastructure he has cultivated, but also in his proactive approach to anticipating and mitigating potential cybersecurity threats. Ramon, most importantly, you have been instrumental in creating a culture where our department supports our school sites, providing cutting-edge solutions that have enhanced the learning environment for students and streamlined operations for our staff. And it is our privilege to recognize you tonight as our Classified Employee of the Year. I'd like Mr. Spratos to come up and say a few words.
Thank you. Board members, cabinet, Los Alamitos community, it is a great pleasure that I stand before you today to recognize an extraordinary individual who has made an unforgettable mark on our district through his commitment and exemplary work and his work ethic. Ramon Zavala embodies the epitome of dedication, professionalism, and integrity. Over 11 years, Ramon has continually surpassed expectations, demonstrated exceptional customer service, unparalleled technical skills, and an appetite for learning. His journey is a testament to his relentless pursuit of excellence, evident in his 2 well-deserved promotions in the recent years. What sets Ramon apart is not just his proficiency in navigating complex technology challenges, but his remarkable ability to remain composed, methodical, even in the most stressful situations. His calm demeanor, coupled with his strategic approach to problem solving, has time and again yielded successful outcomes, earning him the trust and the respect of his colleagues and stakeholders alike. Beyond his professionalism accomplishments, Ramon is also a remarkable human being, a loving husband, a devoted father, who never fails to prioritize his family above all else. Ramon, today we celebrate not only your professionalism achievements, but also the exceptional person you are. Your dedication to advancing our instructional vision through technology innovation, while prioritizing the safety and the security of our students and the district is commendable beyond words. I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to you on being named Classified Employee of the Year.
I get to do the official part of it. So on behalf of the Board of Education and the entire district in LaSalle, I want to congratulate you on this honor. I want to say I'm one of those people who just expect technology just to work all the time. And then when it doesn't, I don't know what to do. And I know that one of the things that you really dedicate yourself to is making sure that people like me don't have problems and can't get on the internet, can't do what they need, can't open up a document or whatever. And you just enhance everyone's work experience and their life experience. And you solve problems all day long, you put out fires, and it's one of these things that you probably don't get thanked as often as you should for what you do, because people just assume it's going to go ahead without any glitches. So this recognition is also a huge thank you from everyone in the school district for everything that you've done. Congratulations. Ramon's family please come up, especially the cutie? You know, he's going to steal the show. But yeah.
So we're bringing up my beautiful wife, Noemi, and there's my son, Ezekiel, and then my daughter, Zoe. So I'm old school too. I keep it short, but I have a little bit smaller letters. So good evening, everybody. I am truly honored to receive this award of Employee of the Year. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the district for this recognition. I would like to thank my colleagues and my teammates for your support, collaboration, dedication, having played a significant role in my success. I also want to extend my appreciation to John for his encouragement and belief in my abilities. Your guidance has been invaluable in shaping my career journey. You have been a great coach and mentor, and you will always be a good friend of mine. I wish you the best in your retirement. To my family, thank you for standing by my side and being a source of strength and motivation. My beautiful wife, Noemi, and son, Zeke, my daughter, Zoe. Lastly, I want to acknowledge that this award is not just a reflection of my efforts, but also a testament to the incredible team that we have in our IT department. Thank you so much.
Guess what, Ramon? Thanks for being amazing. And Meg really said it all. From the day I started in this gig, you were there with my iPad.
Yeah, I remember that.
Solved all the problems of the world. So congratulations from the Board of Education.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
So we had to do a little, not only did we have to have a ruse to announce our other special announcement during the recess, you know, we have an exceptional employee who his last day is going to be this week, Mr. John Speratos, and didn't want to do a formal party to really congratulate. A lot of people who sometimes when they retire want to go out quietly, but we did want to be able to find a way to just recognize the exceptional service. And so we said, well, gosh, he's going to be at the board meeting tonight to help us recognize Ramon. So could we find a way to do a small way to really honor and recognize John Speratos. John, you are an amazing human being, an amazing director of information technology, husband, father, and son, quite honestly. John has been with us for 18 years. He started with us in 2006, and really, he's been our first director of information technology. And boy, and through that 18 years, John, have you really left a lasting legacy. You've left an amazing mark. You know, I loved in his email to our administrative team, he shared, can you believe back in 2006, 2007, we were, our district IT was so archaic, and I think that's true. All of our schools weren't even connected, didn't have wireless access, let alone internet access, if you think of it in that sense. Do any of you remember who were with us at that time, an email system called First Class? John certainly does, like, what is this? And so, you know, he has just continued to find ways to to enhance all of us and to enhance the district in so many ways. You've created robust and systematic IT enhancements throughout those 18 years where I think, and in talking with others as well, we're really a premier district. He's a leader. He's recognized in the state and in the county as really chief technology officer. I'm so glad that as a district we were able to help support that opportunity for him to get his CTO certification along the way as well. And if you think about it, for some of our board members who've been on the board a long time, we used to have a board goal that was just on technology because we felt technology was important enough. And so, so we had one of the 5 goals or 6 goals, I think at that time, it was in technology. And then we realized, wait a minute, technology is not an end all. It's not a goal. It's really a tool that is infused in everything that we do. And so when you think about it in that lens and the role that John and his team has played, IT plays an incredible role throughout the 4 A's, academics, athletics, activities, the arts. You know, we look at a lot of our art performances or athletic performances, any of our modernizations, and it's so neat to see some of our vendors and individuals who've helped us make that possible come back because IT is directly involved in that. IT is directly involved in our campus security. When we talked earlier today, we heard Mr. Carter-March talk about security cameras. Well, we can't do that without John and his support, certainly without Jerry and others, but it has that IT integration. Through our mental health, a lot of our mental health programs, a lot of our education, communication to parents, our website, now our bells for the last several years. So just everything is infused into technology. And I think that just goes to show over the 18 years when you think about how archaic in areas, and certainly as a nation, all of us have grown in IT, but John has really led the way and been a strong leader for us in the district within that. He has a great sense of humor. John has a wonderful sense of humor. He's always joyful, really unflappable, I think. He's always calm. I'm sure all of us in certain jobs get stressed, but he doesn't show it. Cybersecurity, as we know, districts have been hit with cybersecurity, organizations have been hit, and to date, all of our staff, all of our student data has been secure and safe, and that's in a large part really due to the leadership and the systems that John and his team have put in place. John, you've expanded our vision of what's possible in public education. I cannot thank you enough. You are just so well-deserved in this retirement. I'm going to miss you, but I'm going to wish you well in your retirement, and I know Mrs. Galicia wants to as well. Congratulations, John.
Well, I have to go after Dr. Pulver, seriously. Anyway, well, today marks a bittersweet moment as we celebrate the retirement of John Speratus, our Director of Information Technology. From the moment I joined Los Alamitos Unified School District's team in 2015, John's dedication to his role has been evident. In his 18 years here, he's been an advocate for both students and staff, ensuring our systems remain secure and at the forefront of technology. In the ever-evolving landscape of cyber threats, John's vigilance and expertise have safeguarded our technology assets and kept operations smooth. So thank you so much, John, for that. Beyond his technical knowledge, John's leadership has been marked by genuine care for those around him. He mentors his friends, contributing to collaborative and innovative environments. John, your dedication, commitment, and yes, even those persistent requests for more money for your department have made a lasting impact. As you embark on this next chapter of your life, know that your legacy will continue to resonate way beyond these walls, long before you say all your goodbyes. As you venture into retirement, may you find the same fulfillment and joy that you have brought to us each and every day. On behalf of the entire Los Alamitos USD family, we extend our heartfelt thanks and best wishes to you, John. May this next chapter of your life and journey be filled with laughter, adventure, and all the happiness you deserve. Kiva, he is all yours. Congratulations. Congratulations, John.
Okay, John, I get to read this class because we do mean it from our heart. Thank you for your dedication and to our students and staff. John Sparato's exemplary service 2006 to 2024. I remember being on the interview panel. That's how long I've been around, when we were interviewing you. And I remember you answering things, and I didn't understand your answers, but they sounded really good to me. You really brought us from the era of AOL and Hotmail into the 21st century. And I know from being on the board how good you are about making sure we get all of our E-rate discounts and we get all of this, and you're so proactive and like, oh, we're going to have a one-to-one Chrome. Let's start ordering those things because everybody else is going to be ordering them. And another thing that I really want to thank you for, and I don't know if it was said or is said to you often enough, is when we had COVID and we were out, our teachers did an incredible job. I'm never going to take anything away from them, transferring all of their teaching onto a computer. But if you hadn't been there, they wouldn't have had the computers. The students wouldn't have them. We wouldn't have had the hot spots. We wouldn't have things I didn't even know we didn't have and needed and that you got for us. And I still hear throughout the county about how we handled the COVID situation better than any other school district. And of course we did. We're lost out. We're going to miss you, but I do think you've probably earned this. And I just hope that you have another great event, many more great adventures during your retirement. And I know all the board wants to say something, so I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Hill.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Catulli. John, you have grown technology in this district more than I think most people will ever realize. When I started getting involved at a district level, we were looking and wanting to put things that are called smart boards into different classrooms. And then when we started working with students bringing their own devices, and I remember having a conversation with you one day saying, how can you support everybody's own device? That really seems very difficult to be able to do. Different devices, different platforms, the innovation that you have brought to us from a board perspective, really helping us get to a place where we were paperless. We used to have a book this big to read, and being able to make that switch. And one thing that has been said, I know that Alvia jokingly said that you always wanted more money, but I've always appreciated that you've kept the eye on the budget and always worked on ways that how could we get the very best for our best dollars. So, and the supervision that I know that you've done over the summer and that your team has done over the summer, so much work. With all the renovation that we've done. And that's when you've gone in and done your magic in the classroom to bring it for the classroom. So I well-deserved, and you will be missed around here. And I just want to thank you. And I hope you get a chance to go to daytime baseball games now. Thank you, John.
Mrs. Davidson?
I think you're a saint because you had to deal with dinosaurs like me in the classroom who actually, when I first learned how to use the computer, I took the mouse and I got to the end of the table, but the mouse was only halfway there and I asked for another table because I thought I had to keep on going to get the mouse across. So you dealt with us with love and kindness and understanding and compassion. Okay, well, that was like 30 years ago. I am not that bad. And Jeremy, you guys were fabulous. You always were you've been patient and kind, and I'm really glad Meg brought up COVID because that was a nightmare. It was difficult for everybody, and you addressed it and your team addressed it highly likely because of your style of leadership in such a calm way at a time when everything was not making sense. So thank you. I really celebrate your retirement, but I'm sad for us. So we wish you all the best. You and Kiva deserve a life of adventure, as we've already stated. So thank you I thank you with all my heart.
Mr. Fayette?
Agree, and thanks for all you've done. Most of us will not know a quarter or even half of what you've done behind the scenes to make everything work so well and make us look so good. So thank you so much, and please have a wonderful, wonderful adventures in your retirement.
Mr. Forehand.
Guess what?
What could it possibly be?
After listening to all of this, I chose the right sticker on behalf of the board to give you. You made the difference. Thank you.
Is my hair okay after that? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. Wow, 32 years, what a great journey. And the 18 years here is going to be my most memorable, working with everyone here. I want to thank our board members, also our past board members as well, our cabinet and some of the previous cabinet members we had, all of our teachers, classified, administrators, everyone in the LaSalle, because you've entrusted me to make sure that we would lead technology through. And it was a technology revolution. There's so much happening so quickly. Even my team and I, sometimes we were struggling just to keep up because it was just happening so fast. So I do want to share one quick little story. So I remember vividly, 2006. I want to thank, first of all, our former Deputy Superintendent, Patricia Meyer, for hiring me, and the stories about her. So we were driving in a car to all the school sites, looking at all the different schools, classrooms, the technology that was there. And you're right, there wasn't too much, Dr. Pulver. It was pretty limited. And then we were heading to our last stop, which would be McGaw. And I was telling Patty, Patty, there's like maybe 30, 40% of the classrooms connected. There's no projectors. There's no wireless. There's even one of the technology hubs inside a girls' restroom on top of the girls' restroom. I mean, wow. So it definitely needed a lot of work. So she goes, well, kiddo, are you, yes, sir, yes. Am I scaring you here? Are you still going to stay with us? I go, don't worry, Miss Meyer. I've done this before. I know exactly what I need to do. I already have a plan, boiling in my head of what we have to do to make this successful. So we're driving to McGaw. She goes, well, wait till you see McGaw. And I'm going, okay, what worse can there be? So she goes, we've had a couple companies come over. They're telling us they can't fix it. All the telephones were not working in the classroom correctly, and the PA system. She goes, when you pick up a phone and you call a parent or the office, it goes across all the school size classrooms, outside, and there's no private conversations. We had to buy cell phones for every single teacher and employee there at McGaw. So I go, okay. I go, wow, old school party line, cool. She just kind of looks at me, and we keep driving. So when we get to McGaw, I look up, we're walking around. A lot of seagulls are flying around. And I go, wow, there's a lot of seagulls here. She goes, John, we're near the beach. I mean, there's seagulls by the beach. I go, okay. I go, now she doesn't think I'm really smart either, Doesn't laugh at my jokes much and doesn't know there's seagulls there. So I go, well, look at that one. That's got something in its mouth that's flying away. A couple more are flying, and then one drops. I go pick it up, and she goes, what's that? I go, that's the phone cable that's on top of the roof, exposed. And over time and the weather and all the heat, all the copper wires melded together, and it was like one big communication system across the telephones, the PAs, and everything. So she goes, wow, that's pretty good. No one even thought about that. I go, well, it's just kind of looking up on the seagulls, and, the answer dropped in front of me. So, that's right. Yeah. So then I go, what's really amazing? She goes, what? I go, these seagulls are more advanced than McGaw right now because they have all the technology over creating it. So they have a super communication. So she looks at me, she goes, okay, you're smart and kind of funny. And then we kept on walking, going through. So it's just amazing, just looking at what the technology was, everyone jumping on board, going through the changes, and I really appreciate that. A special thanks to many people, because it really just wasn't me, but I'm really proud of what we did under my leadership with all the people, many who are in this room, watching remotely. It was really a team effort. We've had great technology partners, manufacturers, integrators, our architects and construction managers have helped us design beautiful classrooms over the years. I worked very closely with the Orange County Department of Education Technology Department. I think a few of the members are here today as well. Just that collaboration has been amazing. And also the Orange County colleagues that I have across Orange County, all the IT directors, we're a very close-knit group. We talk a lot. We have the same types of challenges. We work together. We try to find solutions to make sure that all kids are successful in every school district around California the best we can. But none of that could have been possible without the dedication, the hard work, the skillfulness, the talent of my amazing IT department. So a big round of applause for the IT department. I really appreciate you trusting me and making sure that we work together as a team and developing a strong culture of dedication and making sure that all students in LaSalle, every single one, had an amazing education every single day, because it's important. Those are our future leaders, and who we want to make sure that they the family's dreams and goals, make sure that they reach those through education. So thank you to my IT team. It's great. Really appreciate it. So really, the last people that I want to thank, and these are the most important people in my life, is my family and my friends. Without them and their love and the dedication and support, I wouldn't be able to do what I did for 32 years in total, and especially the 18 years here at LaSalle with all the great work that we did. So I want to thank my beautiful wife, Kiva. My beautiful children, KJ, Emily, Albany, and Owen. And also my amazing brother, Jerry, and his lovely wife, Tanya. Thank you very much for your support. And then the amazing friends and group that are here. Just thank you very much for everything. I really appreciate it. I'm very honored and humbled at the recognition, so thank you.
Are we ready for pictures? Okay, now I'm telling you the guys the truth. We are now going to take a recess, so that means we're going to go off of YouTube so that we can take pictures. And again, you guys can't leave because we want to take your pictures. So I'm going to turn it over either to Nicole or Dr. Pulver. Now we are going to gavel out and go into closed session. Thank you.
40 pounds, so it's fine.